Hi, everybody, and welcome to the A Little Knitty podcast. My name is Maribel.
I'm Jen.
And I am the dyer behind Rainier Roses.
And I'm the owner of A Little Knitty Yarn Shop.
And we're bringing you a podcast today.
A podcast! We're kind of like at the very, well, I guess it's the middle of August, but like kind of mid-August, and usually we do it for the following month, but anyway.
Yeah. It's a busy
August.
It's a busy August for both of us.
Yes, we tried to say that it was October. It's August. August 2024. But yeah, so she has been insanely busy since the last time we talked. So what have you been up to?
I did Flock. I was a vendor at Flock oh my goodness.
It's okay.
August 9th and 10th. It was crazy. The first 3 hours, I wasn't really ready for it. I haven't even told you this.
Yeah, no, I haven't heard.
But it felt, I used to work in food, and it felt like working at the deli on a Mother's Day or working at Wild Waves when they have their crazy stuff. And I remember looking at my clock and being like, it's only been 2.5 hours.
You're just in the eye of the hurricane.
Yes, but it was like the best.
Yeah.
In the best way possible. It was super busy.
Yeah.
Which
is what you dream of, right?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it's insane.
Particularly, like, I'm a small dyer and I was busy.
Yeah.
So it was great, though. It was great.
Yeah, and we're lucky enough that we're going to get her for a trunk show at the end of August, the 31st, the last day of August, and it's a Saturday, and she'll have lots of minis here for you guys to peruse. So yeah, so we're excited to have you in the house. I mean, we love your yarn on the shelves all the time, but it's nice to have a little trunk show. And then, so you're taking a little break.
Yes.
A little breather.
I needed a breather. I needed a 2-week vacation, so I'll start dyeing again next week.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I earned it. Trust me.
All the things for fall.
Yeah, I had my younger sister, so she's 17. She was labeling all of my minis. I ran out of labels, so I know she did about 1,000 minis.
Did you pay her per hank?
No, she just wanted pins.
Wow.
And I was like,
better.
You're the best 17-year-old I know.
I will pay you in merchandise. That's awesome. Do you have anything else on the fall schedule?
Teaching a class here.
Yes.
We'll talk a little bit more about that, but September 14th.
Yes.
Doing a Cross Stitch 101 class.
Isn't that fun? I'm really excited because I physically can cross stitch, right? But not like the little, like, things that make your cross stitch better, right? Like, please don't look at the back of mine. Where I'd like to get to the point where it's like, oh, and look at the back. You know, kind of like with Colorwork, like
all your floats look nice.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm excited that you're going to be here. Well, I've been knitting up a storm since the last time I saw you. And one of my finished, well, it's not finished because...
It's finished. Yeah. It's fine.
One of my finished objects I cast on for the Olympics. So I cast this on during the opening ceremonies and knit my face off. And it is the Tea House Shawl by All Knit Up Designs.
Okay.
And
I was like, I swear I've seen this in the little Pico bind off.
Yes. I think I love garter. I love garter. So, you know, and changing your color really makes garter less boring for people. Like, I will knit garter like crazy, but the striping does help. But the little Pico border is just my favorite. So, this is Juni and Sai is the darker color, and then NanoStitch is the lighter color. So this is also, besides being part of my Olympics cast on, thank you. I'm like, what did we just do? This is also my entry for the cruise next year. So
I haven't even started. I mean, technically, whatever I knit with my yarn,
exactly. It works.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're having a cruise next year to Alaska, and I challenged everybody to take this next year that we're waiting, and cast on something and bring it on board the ship and show it off. So yes, I have been busy, and then I just have a couple other little things that have popped off the needles. This is the Sophie Scarf. It's the mini version, like the smaller one. And it's just so cute, like around the neck. I love it. And this is with a new sparkle yarn that we just got in. So I'm holding it double, Cash Silk Light and the Arme, which is the sparkle yarn. And
does this just double as a headband?
It could. Yeah, it totally could. Yeah. I actually put it on as a headband too, but it's just a little, like I'll insert a picture with it on. It's just that little, like almost French kind of like,
cute little tie off.
Yeah.
Ascot-ish.
I did it as a small project just because I knew I could kick it out fast.
Yeah.
But like, I actually liked wearing it. Like I was like, oh, that kind of shocked me. Like I'm not really an around my neck kind of person, which is funny because what do I make but a lot of things that go around the neck. But yeah, it was really fun knit. And then this is with Beatrix, and it's just a little cowl. One of my older designs, and it's just a seed stitch cowl with buttons. And both of these are new kits in the shop. So not only did I finish some stuff, but they're kits
This
too.
yarn is always so light.
So light. So it's 2 balls of the yarn, but the balls are huge, but they're only 75 grams of yarn. So it's just like light and lofty. It's bunny, so it's Angora, and yeah, it's soft and light and fluffy, and I love it.
You're just whipping out these projects over here.
I got bags. Oh, this is also my other Olympics cast on. This is a Tiffany Lynn, her newest pattern, and it's with a Noro. And I used my background color is Cozy Alpaca, just as a soft. But yeah, this is my other. It's not done. It probably might never get done.
I love the Noro in this.
I know, right? This is the Noro that has like a little tiny bit of silk and I think it has nylon in it. And
I feel like I knit,
of course.
knit my sweater out of it.
Yes, I think you did. Yes, yeah.
Is that normal?
Yeah, and it's a really soft one. Ito is a worsted weight, like rustic, 100% wool. This one is Tsumbem, and it's like soft, but the same kind of colors, like how they change up, but it's just so soft. So yeah, your sweater is out of that. And yeah, it's been a really fun knit. Again, it's more garter because it's garter and stockinette, but it's more garter because that's what I like. Yeah. And it was easy to knit while I watched the Olympics.
Honestly, I used to hate garter because I was like, it's just so simple.
It's so simple.
It's a knit stitch. Like, let's do something different.
I know.
And then I had kids. And I was like, you know what? All I can do is knit.
Yes.
The knit stitch.
Yes. Yeah. Of course I like things that like itch my brain in different ways, right? But like, it's just easy and I don't have to pay attention to what I'm doing. But yeah, I think because most of us started out with like a garter scarf or something like that, and we knit back and forth and back and
you're like, what's next?
Forth. Yeah, exactly. And so it feels like it's elementary, but I love garter. And then used in different like ways, right? Like that shawl is done in this crescent, or not crescent even, but just like a rounded edge. And so like, it's where you have to remember to increase. And so there's more to it than just knitting back and forth. Okay, I think I'm done for it now. I have a huge box over here.
Well, since we're going to speak about garter.
Yes. Ooh, what have you got in your bag?
So I've realized I have bags and bags.
I love that.
I've realized that at this point in my career that most of my stuffs are just going to be samples for a while.
True story. I understand
that.
Oh, she's pretty though.
Yeah.
Oh, it's sparkly.
It's
you guys,
sparkly.
It's really sparkly.
So all the color it's a romantic feel, which by the way was like my #1 seller at Flock.
Because it's amazing.
And so I have it on my sparkle base. I don't know if you're gonna pick it up. And then a neutral background.
Under the lights in here, it's catching all the sparkles. Oh, it's so pretty.
So this is the Mystery Knit Along by Ambo O'Brien.
Oh, okay.
And it's the This or That shawl.
Okay, so you kind of choose your own adventure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I went with garter down here.
I love this down here.
And then circle lace over instead of diamonds, and then the flower.
I love this flower. It's so cute. What are you gonna do next? Have you already started your next thing? No.
Yes, it's gonna be another lace section of circle, but I got mad at it.
As one does.
So I had to rip out. I was like probably, I don't know, this far into it, and I messed. And it's lace. You can't really fix that.
No.
So I had to rip back, and it's gonna be another
like this section,
circle section, and then another heavy flower section after that.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful. This is my jam.
It's mine. I keep touching this microphone.
We'll see how it goes.
So that is I tried to get that done for Flock. However, I mean, Romantic Feel always sells anyways.
Yeah.
I don't really need to advertise that one.
Yeah.
But it's for me.
Yeah. And you have that beautiful sample with Romantic Feel, the all knit up designs. I can't remember the name of it, but you had that, beautiful sample there,
the Lane shawl.
Yes. Yeah.
And I also had my stripe hype sweater.
Yes.
And everyone,
so
I had people coming in and they had like a list of their stripe hype like pattern already. And I was like, perfect.
Yeah. You're like,
I know what you need.
This is what you need. That sweater looks so good. It's so graphic, like from afar, it catches your eye, and it's really cool.
And I wear that sweater a lot. I was like, I need to make a new one because
I run into that. Like when our yarns are great, right? But when you've worn it a lot, it's like it can't be a sample anymore. It needs to go live at home, and then a new sample has to be made.
Yeah. But as a reward for Flock for myself.
This is the cutest little, I don't know what it is. It's a nose warmer.
It is the cutest little stitch on there. This is an all knit up design. It's her, I think it's Leanne.
Okay. Leanne Shawl, yes.
Yes. And it was the Mother's Day colorway Heather's flower bouquet?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, that was our Mother's Day color.
My Swift, I lost the little screw on it. I found it. Mm-hmm. However, I had to wind it into the ball. But
sometimes that's just what we do.
Yeah, no, it was a cute little
love
start.
It's so tiny. But you can't tell what it is just with that.
One stitch.
Long, elongated stitch.
Yeah.
Good job. That's going to be really beautiful. And that's like a one skein wonder, right?
No, it's like 3 skeins.
Oh, 3.
I got 3. It's like 1,000 yards.
Okay.
Or grams. I don't know.
But then it will like wrap around your body so nice because it's fingering weight.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like there's this, oh my goodness, we're not morning people.
We're not. Well, the funny thing is that we used to say like when we filmed after hours, like, oh, it's been a long day. It's like 8 p.m.
And we're just chatting.
And so maybe we're not those people either. Maybe we're like 3 p.m. on a Tuesday people.
Oh, for sure.
Anyway,
but the pattern has a lot of the elongated stitches, and it just like looks like it's going to be really stretchy, which like I'm excited.
Yeah, it will block really nicely, and yeah, I'm kind of craving that big shawl because I do a lot of like one skein shawls just because you have that random one skein sitting around, and but there was. He seemed like he was after something. But like I do a lot of one skein projects. But sometimes you want that like bigger shawl that you can just really, really wrap around you. So I'm excited about that.
Plus it's Heather's yarn and it's Sierra's pattern.
Yes.
And it's just like
local girls. I love it.
Yeah.
I love the localness. What else have you got?
The only other thing I've got going on is my cross stitch pattern, which
yours is so pretty.
I'm planning a few things. So I've got hanging threads. And I forgot where I was planning because I worked on this for a little while and then put it down because Flock.
So in cross stitch speak, would that be called parking? No, you parked your yarn?
Yeah,
no, or
technically.
Your thread? Okay. I'm trying to learn, guys. I'm trying. Like, she's just leaving it right there for later.
Yeah. So technically,
it's so cute. Oh, what's this gonna be?
This is gonna be one of the Cascade Mountains, and so I decided I was gonna go with like a longer frame.
Yeah.
And so then I'm gonna have like Seattle over here, and then the main mountain. Like I think of it as Mount Rainier.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be in the center, but then a whole bunch of trees.
I love it.
Kind of like Seattle, right?
Yeah.
You're in the woods, and then you're in the city.
Like, yeah, exactly. I was watching a TikTok the other day that was like, this guy was kayaking. He's like, look at these beautiful trees right here. And then he pans over and he's like, and there's the Seattle Space Needle, and it's like, that's kind of how we are, right? You can be off Blake Island and in the trees, and then, there's the Space Needle.
That's my favorite thing around here is like you veer off 10 minutes from the freeway. Yeah. You're on a back road. Yeah. You're in the farming.
Yeah. And then you're back on I-5 again.
Yeah. So anyways, I will be teaching a class on cross-stitching 101. So if you're interested in learning
all of the things,
some of these things, come check out the class. So I'm using Jamie's doodle decks for the motifs. But if you're not interested in doing doodle decks, it is a 101 class. So I will be teaching you how to start, how to finish, what to do next.
Look at the back. It's so pretty. That's the perfect back. That does not look like my back. It's beautiful.
Yes. So, like, cross stitch is my other love.
I understand. I mean, like I said, I think last time, like, I haven't done it since my 20s, and like just picking it back up, you're like, oh, I love this. Like, it's a different type of craft, right?
Yeah.
And
like if you're into like paint by color or like puzzles, you'll love cross stitch.
Exactly. It's painting with thread. Like, it's, you can, and then you can paint over here and paint over here, where like in knitting, you have to do it. You have to do it in the order of events, right? Like, you can't just like be like, well, now I want to go work on the, the dinosaur that I'm gonna put in downtown Seattle. You can pop all over the place as long as you count correctly.
That is, I was gonna say, like, you will realize that you do not know how to count.
Yes. And even just one stitch off. Yeah, but then you judge a little bit. We have an audience today, guys.
I brought my kids.
They clap for us every once in a while.
My 4-year-old turned around and she was like, "You're doing good."
They're so good. Like, my kids would have been hanging from the rafters. Well, I had a fun knitting project actually that I did, and I forgot the name of this. I will put it up. But it's a yarn I got on the knitting cruise that I went on this year. It's kind of dark. But it's just a really, really soft cowl. I think I found out about this cowl on the cruise. So I'm guessing somebody was wearing it and I put it in my Ravelry. And then at one of the yarn shops, the one in Victoria, there was just this really, really soft yarn that I was like, ooh, that would be perfect for that cowl. So like, this is Indulgent knitting because it's not a sample for the shop. It's purely for either me or a gift for somebody. And that's nice.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen very often. Like you were saying, like, my life is now knitting things for my shop. And
sometimes you need personal stuff.
You do. Although I had to knit on it at home because, like, if I knit on it here, people will be like, ooh, what's that yarn? And it's like, it was a Canadian yarn.
Yeah, I know. I thought I was going to have time to knit at Flock.
Sorry.
Which the day of, they announced, like right before they opened the doors, that they sold 4,000 tickets.
Wow.
And it felt like it.
Yeah. Probably the first hour.
The first 3 hours.
4,000 people in my booth already.
But yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to like crochet and knit and it'll be fine.
That's adorable.
That was so cute.
That's cute.
I now understand.
I mean, like, that's the double-edged sword, right? It's like, my life before the yarn shop was doing booths and stuff, and but selling finished hats, so different realm. But yeah, like you kind of want to just sit there and knit all day, right? But then it's like, but that makes me absolutely no money. So
yeah.
Maybe I actually want to talk to people. Well, my last thing, I think this is my last thing, is a new sweater. I was knitting it on 24-inch needles. 24-inch. And it was so smooshed on the needles last night. I was like, I have to change this. So last night I changed it up. I can't find the back. I can't find the front. My ice cream is my back. Oh, it's so pretty.
It's so cute.
All right. So, of course, I forgot the name. But this is a new yarn that I'm bringing into the shop. It is Patagonia by Juniper Moon. It's a 2-ply sport weight, very organic, non-superwash wool, but it does the most perfect color work. Like, as you're knitting it, you almost feel it sticking together, like, you know, like in a good way, but like the yarn just grabs onto each other. When I weave in all of these ends, it's just going to be like, just weave them in pretty easy and they're just going to,
I just split slice them and be done.
Yeah. I'll just braid them now. But you know, they don't need a whole lot of attention because it's such a grabby yarn that it's just going to felt into itself. And some of my floats are rather long, but as soon as I block it, everything will go into the places with bright smiling faces. But yeah, like this is a pattern I found on the Ravelry. I fell in love with it, and then I was like, I just want to use this yarn for this pattern. And it does have a little bit of color work near the bottom. I'll insert a picture of the professional that did it. But I'm gonna not do the color work at the bottom. Like that's not for me. Like I don't need around my waist to highlight that area.
Yeah, I like it around the wrist and the top.
Yeah, so it does have it along the wrist, along the bottom, and then of course through the full yoke. And I just finished the color work last night. I was like, I want to get past that. And then now, if I can divide for sleeves today, that would be great, because my kids and I are going on an Amtrak train ride to Montana, and it's an overnighter. Not quite sure how this is going to go. I'll report back. So it's overnight, a 14-hour train ride, and yeah, we'll see. Either I'll do a lot of knitting or we'll actually sleep. Who knows? I think we have a visitor. Hi. Hello.
Okay. You know where? Okay, go.
You know, sometimes we all gotta go.
Very polite though.
Very like not like screaming from the other side of the room, Mom! They're good assistants. Just think, when they get older, they can be helping at flock, and they can be doing all the things.
They will be.
Yup, it's part of the life.
So Montana.
Oh yeah, so we're going on a 14-hour train ride to Montana. So I want to be able to knit a lot and sleep, but knit a lot. So if I can get this divided for sleeves, it will just be around in circles. So we'll see.
I haven't knit a sweater in a while.
Yeah, this is a fun one. Like, I really liked the color work. There was a few rows where I liked the symmetry. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but there was a few rows where like she changed it up a little bit, but then I liked how it was just so symmetrical that I just left it. Like that. So I went off course a tiny bit, but I am knitting this so that it can become a sweater for our next sweater along. So that will be hopefully finished quickly.
Yeah, I need to do another sample sweater. I like to use neutrals in the background because I don't do full skeins.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of people asking if I do full skeins. And I was like, just minis.
Nope. It's my shtick.
Yeah, I had so many people were like, just minis? And I'm like, just minis. And they're like, that's super cool. And then, Tony from Teal Yarn Crafts, she was like, I've never seen bulky minis. And I was like, I have it all. And I had to like fangirl on the inside.
I mean, like, and I mean, you're always going to get that, right? Like, you could have every color dyed known to man, and then somebody would come in and be like, you know what, you need yellow. You know, like, I mean, like, you have to be true to yourself.
So I try and do like a neutral-ish or an easy because like I was like, no, I don't. But you know how many other yarn dyers here?
Exactly. In a position like that, it's like, well, you have your, pick of them. So, and then for the color work, come see me.
Yeah. So I need to do another color work one.
Yes. Oh, there's so many. And there's so many patterns popping up lately that are like, I don't know, just really cool patterns. So every day something's coming up on Ravelry.
Yeah, I haven't been on Ravelry in like 2 months.
Tony actually just released a cardigan, and it's the Granny Hexy cardigan. And I'm actually working on that. I left it at home because that's been my home project. But I had just followed this quick video for a Granny Hexy pattern, and it's in the window here. But I wanted like a really good pattern I could give people, like, this is the perfect pattern. And so I'm crocheting through her Hexy sweater, and it is so perfectly written. Like everybody needs to go buy that pattern. It's written for like every weight of yarn and every size body. And like, it's so perfectly written. Like, yeah, I couldn't have even come close to it. So it's nice to have now, instead of like some chicken scratch of me going, well, I did this until it was this size, and then I no, just go buy her pattern.
Yeah. Sometimes, all the time. Paid for patterns, like that's what they're there for. Yes. Right?
Yes,
it's worth spending the extra little money if you can.
And that person worked their booty off to like get it done, right? Like they had it tested, and it's worth it. It's worth it not to have to figure it out. Oh, now he's in my parking lot.
Milton Days is today, right?
Yes, yeah, Milton Days is happening.
So we have this cop
getting ready to like block off the road. So we actually should probably get going so that you can get out of here before everything is shut down. But thank you for joining us. I think, actually, before we depart, I did want to mention, I give a shout out for our Malabrigo knit along that kicks off September 2nd. And it's a no-cost gathering, but we do ask that you purchase your yarn through the shop. All of the information I'll link here. You sign up actually for the knit along on Malabrigo's website. They're the ones that give you all the prizes and stuff. But we're just having like a little kickoff party. But it is a big shawl. It's 6 skeins of reefs.
Wow. Okay.
So it's a big girl.
Okay.
Go around my body like 12
It's a blanket. It's a blanket shawl.
It is like a blanket shawl. But it's garter, of course.
So it's not bad.
With some little extras. But yeah, it's going to be one of those that that's what I'm excited about. It's like one of those like cozy ones I can just like almost wear like a blanket. But yeah, that's coming up soon. And then like we're headed into spooky season and our favorite time of year, possibly because it's our birthdays.
Well, my sister, when she was helping me, she was at my house for 6 days straight.
Wow.
We watched all 5 seasons of What We Do in the Shadows, which is like a vampire mockumentary.
Off spooky season.
And then because they reference Blade so much, we watched all 3 Blade movies. She did not appreciate my joke because I was like, oh man, we just had a vampire weekend. And Vampire Weekend's a band. And she was like, no.
I was like, that's a mom.
She was like, I was fine and not mad until right then.
And then her eyes are like rolling back in her head.
So she suggested that I need to do What We Do in the Shadow colorways.
Ooh, yes. Tie that in.
So I'm getting ready for Halloween colors.
Yes, I love that. I'm excited. So. I can't wait for cooler weather. Girls, do you want to say goodbye?
Come over here.
Like, wait, what? Here. All right, this is our little studio audience today. Say bye. Say thanks for watching.
Thanks for
bye.
Bye.
Good job. High five. High five. Good job.
They're like, it's October.
It's October?
It's August.
It's October. I wish it was October.